We are live. We are all so direct with Judy Lane-Boyer, who is a ghostwriter, book coach, helping experts, coaches, and consultants to really do the heavy lifting to create the written content to establish themselves as the authority. Judy uses proven processes to produce the content for them, taking away what they struggle with to provide the structure. She allows their own voice to carry their own message to their own ideal audience. They don't just tell your story, they also write your ideas with your own voice. Welcome to She Leads, She Sells, Judy Lane-Boyer in the building. Speak to me.
Hi, how are you? It's great to be here.
I am muy bien. I am absolutely amazing. Tell me, who's perfect for you? Like, what's the client that you're like, yeah, this is my client?
Really love transformational stories
Wow.
or people that have built a lot of expertise and they see a need in their industry or in people like them that they see in society that need to hear the experience and the expertise they've gained over time. That I really love to write for people who are looking to make an impact. And it's really, honestly, most people I talk to who look to write a book, very few are in it for the money, which is a good thing. Most of them are like, I want to help people.
Wow.
So I hope that answers your question.
Certainly does.
I
Outcome.
really like things related to neuroscience, people who've overcome things in their own life, like trauma or, bad events, bad circumstances that they've overcome. People that are really looking to make a difference. It's not just an extended business card, if you will. They have something real to say.
Thanks for sharing. And in terms of the outcome, what are some of the outcome that you've got some of your coaches, experts, like how have they monetized with you?
So again, most people are not looking for that. Most of the money that you're going to make from a book is going to be indirect.
Okay.
It's going to come, there are some stages that you can't get on. In fact, many stages you can't get on without a book.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to get on a stage as a speaker, or maybe you are doing some speaking, but you need to get on a bigger stage, that kind of a thing. It also helps put you in the right niche. One of the examples I give, if you're say you're a coach and you've really gotten good with helping small business owners scale, but that's not where you want to go. Don't write that book. Write the book that puts you where, kind of a North Star that this is where I want to go. Maybe you would rather help middle-aged female business owners deal with burnout. Write that book. So, yeah. And for many people, it's also memorializing their journey. I'm finishing up a book for a gentleman. He's just met a lot of interesting people throughout his career. And because of what he's, a lot of the foundational things he did early on, those relationships built and sustained his own business throughout his life and helped him to grow. And it's really a great read of a history of, I can't give his name. I sign NDAs with my clients. So, but of a certain large city in the US that he was an integral part of helping to shape and build, and just the relationships that work behind the scenes to do all that.
Amazing. Let me know, how are you getting visible? Because I speak with a lot of women. We know that public speaking is the number one fear next to death. So visibility is something that we can't shy away from.
Right.
How do you get visible in front of your people to let them know that you exist?
Yes. So I must be in the tiny minority of people that actually enjoys public speaking. And I do it. There's a presentation with a local library that I do 3 times a year, do networking presentations. I'm getting ready to go. I just talked to a lady here. I live in Austin. She is a publicist, and she's asked me to speak for the publicity. It's an association of publicists that she's asked me to speak for. So I actually enjoy that very much. But one thing that I don't enjoy at all, that I've really had to work on, is marketing. Doing the social media thing. Like, if I never had to get on social media again for my business, perfect. But that's just not the reality that we live in. So it's taken a long time for me to get comfortable. I've been doing this about 5 years. And I've had a business coach that kind of helped me. I've hired a marketing team that's helped me. And most recently, I got a marketing coach. And just the insights, they've kind of built on each other. I think a lot of times we have a mentality that, I know for myself, that, oh no, that's something I can't do. That's something I'm never going to do. But over time, as you work with different people and you open yourself up to just small steps, there are things that I'm doing in my marketing today that I wouldn't have done 5 years ago, that maybe even 2 or 3 years ago, I was just like, oh, I can't do that. So I've got a really great assistant for marketing. I've got a virtual assistant who helps me with that. Excuse me. But it's kind of in the thing, like, if you want me to write content, I can write content all day long. But actually getting out there and presenting myself as the expert that I am, and you have that. Part of it is just, I just don't enjoy social media, and part of it is you feel is it's the imposter syndrome. You know, so it's taken a lot of work, both with business coaches and also in my personal life with, getting the therapy and other things that I need to address some of the lies that we tell ourselves.
What are some of those lies that creep up?
Like I said, the imposter syndrome.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That I am, people are going to figure out that I really don't know what I'm doing, or that I'm really not as good, or I'm not as qualified. And intellectually, I know that all to be not true.
Yeah,
I've
of course.
gotten, lots of great feedback from clients, from people in my personal life that are qualified to give good feedback, not just my mom. That I am good at what I do. But you're always, when you're in that moment, when you're trying to stretch and reach a little bit higher and open yourself a little bit more, it's like, what if people find out that I'm, just a normal person? I don't have it all together. I don't know everything. And I think that's one of the problems that we run into, is that we're required online to present this kind of polished, perfect appearance, that we have it all together. Really, most of us are trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with that. Yeah. 100%. I remember when.
Doesn't mean I'm not good at what I do. It just means I'm not perfect.
100%. And I think that's the type of authenticity that people are looking for. It's even 5 years ago when I came into the female coaching space. I guess it's women helping women space, black guy from the UK. It's like, it's not the most natural sort of alignment, some would say, but it's like, hey, look, if you've got something to give, you want to serve, then your tribe will find you. Some people will never work with you. Some people might always work with you. So yes, lives in the land of no, which I think is powerful.
Well, and I think that's one of the things, when you're first starting out, it's a lot of trying to figure out, I probably took some jobs early on that I wouldn't take now. Or I tried to, I had prospective clients that I really went after, that I'm really thankful I didn't get. But that's part of it. You have to kind of learn who you are You have to learn who your people are. And that's not always a clearly defined, say, profession
Yeah.
or, income level or whatever. It has more to do with who the person is. And
Amazing.
and that's what I've had to figure it out.
Thanks for sharing. She leads, she sells. In my humble opinion, when it comes to sales, must be the ex-teacher in me. It's simply guiding someone visually, saying you are over here and you want to be over here, and here's the path way for you to get here. And so that's what sales is for me, is visual. It's service-based. What does sales mean to you?
Um, that's an interesting question. I come from a family of salespeople. My dad was in sales most of his career. He's just a natural at it. My brother, same thing, sales, but he's a business owner now too, but it's still, if you're a business owner, you're a salesperson. My sister has done a lot of retail. She's very good at it. And I have always hated sales.
Mhm.
I guess I was surrounded with it. I'm surrounded with people who do it very well. And so my thing is I just want to help people. And I'm kind of like I'm kind of a natural teacher.
Mm.
And so I hate to think that like I need to I need to charge money for this.
Mhm.
I just want to do it and help you. And I wish money didn't have to be part of the equation. But it does.
Mhm.
I have to eat, I have to keep a roof over my head. So sales for me is still kind of an ongoing shift in my mind of this is not about me getting money. This is about me serving you well because I
Yes.
can.
Yep.
Because you have a need, I can address that need.
100%. Well
So
said.
yeah.
I think we're on the same page with that. Sales unequivocally equaling service, which means that if you serve, money simply is the reciprocal energy of the money coming back based on the value that you've delivered. And so we're judged based on our value rather than based on a script or based on techniques or based on, I speak to 1,000 people, one person will say yes.
Yes. And that is part of it too. I'm kind of the kind of person that likes to push a button and something happens. And you
Mhm.
have to I'm still learning to get past that in sales. There's a lot of output before you get any input, and that's kind of hard. But I have put some good systems in place to help me. Just really still strip down. Like I said, I work with a coach that helped me refine my sales, refine my onboarding process. And I think for those of us who don't enjoy sales, that's maybe a good thing to do. Work with
Mhm.
somebody who can give you a good process. Um, there's some people that are natural at it. They just do it. And for others, we kind of need that structure behind things that we know,
Mm.
okay, this is where I go next with this.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
going to
mean,
tell
I
you
mean,
another
can
little
I
trick.
challenge something? Am I okay to
Sure.
give an alternative
Absolutely.
point of view?
Sure.
Where I guess what if sales is just like any other skill where practice has to be practiced? Because I think with sales, potentially you open yourself up to being rejected. You open yourself up to people saying no. And so for quite a long time, I said that sales equals mindset coaching. So when you're in the sales game, ultimately, because my whole thing is, and what I found is that you can't take a prospect to where you have never been before. And so the objection that often people get is the objection that they believe, which is why I think sales, as you said, which I think was brilliant, if you're a business owner, you're in sales. I think that's brilliant what you said there. Because it's true.
Right.
Yeah, in that regard.
And that's one thing that I do. That's part of my process is like,
Mm.
And really, it's very interesting because it's the same thing I do when I take an author through planning their book. What are the possible objections? And let's think through what they're going to object to and what I'm arguing or what I'm trying to say, or in the case of sale, how I'm trying to serve them. What could they object to? And how can I address that? Think it through ahead of time. And it's funny because a lot of what I do with sales is a lot of how I take an author through planning their book. Very similar. And I just hadn't thought of applying it to sales.
Amazing. I really love this book in terms of, I've loved this book in terms of sales. Go for no. Me, I like him no to next opportunity. And so sometimes it's like, hey, bring that no on. Why? The no brings me closer to yes. So that's the book that sometimes I just dig into when I need that spark. How about you? What book do you read when you need a little boost?
That's a good question. I am reading all the time.
Mm-hmm.
A variety. It's hard to pick one out. I guess one that I'm getting ready to read is called Improve Your Editor Website. But I don't know. A fellow ghostwriter and editor just recommended that to me. That's I guess that's the books that I look at when I inspiration or not. Okay. One I'm reading right now. They tend to be more spiritual. So one I'm reading right now that I really love, and I know it's going to be one that I go back to a lot, is called "It's My Courage." It's beautiful, and it goes through. It's part memoir, part self-help, I guess. Which is, by the way, from the ghostwriter side, that is a growing crossover genre, I guess. A lot of people are writing those kinds of books where memoir and self-help, and they use their own story to help you talk. So, anyway, yeah, it's really great. She's a therapist and a seminary student. So she goes through 23 a lot of neuroscience to help us understand we can be calm and safe in our own bodies to be able to go out and face the world and do what we need to do.
Amazing. Great to connect today. Let them know how they can contact you.
Sure. My website is audiencegranted.com. And my, you can get me at audiencegranted@gmail.com. I do have a website, a domain email, but it just forwards to my Gmail. So you can skip the extra step and go straight to audiencegranted@gmail.com.
Amazing, Judy. Thank you for your time today. I've definitely
Thank you, Jay.
enjoyed it. She leads, she sells. Judy Lane-Boyer in the building. We can't get it right all the time, right?
Yeah.
And we are
Thank you so much,
out.
Jay.